States as we approach the end of the season. Bowl positioning, playoff spots, all on the table, but only if you find a way to win. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Huskers will put total leather to crank us up. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Michigan State's offense will come out first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game. You guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to... Turning it on! And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Looking to throw, it's Heath. Got his man quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Jukes his way for more. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The green and white love that tough guy reputation, and they're getting it done on the ground.
Yeah, that's exactly who this program is. That's what they're built on. Every team you go back in the history of Michigan State, you're going to find what? A bell cow running back that you can feed.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's first down.
A couple of really nice things you're seeing from this offense early in the game. Number one, they were able to run the ball on 3rd down and pick up the first. But 2, they kept the 3rd down manageable. And when they do that, they're a very difficult offense to stop. Doing a nice job here early in the game.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan State.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense will get the ball for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveball.
Breaks into the open. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Off the play fake. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Looking for a man. It's Heath. Under fire. Trying to make magic with his feet. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything is easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Defense thinking run all the way, and you can tell they sell out. They stuff the run. Now it's 3rd and short. Will they run again? You're going to force them to pass the football.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Finds his tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Slants against man. That wide receiver has to win right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit too, and got to hold on to that thing.
The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Trying to bully their way in. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
All right, you've now tried running the ball down here a couple of times. It hasn't worked. What are you going to do on 4th down? Are you settling for a field goal? Or you've got to play in your back pocket to go get you 6?
Touchdown, Spartans! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
He finds a soft spot in the middle. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to pass on 2nd down. Grab behind the line. It's Cantrell. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. He's looking downfield to throw. Hauls it in. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. The Cornhuskers will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Newton. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
He's got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. 3rd down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. And the Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw it. Safe completion on the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. The Spartans are marching down the field. Back to throw, it's Keith. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass. Fires to the right. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense defense tries to get off the field on third down. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the fourth quarter, they're going to be gassed.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Complete in the middle. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down.
That's a really big completion for the offense. And look, I know they didn't get the first down, but because of it, they're now set up in 4th and very short. And if you're the head coach, you're thinking very long and hard if you're going to go for this one now because of that success you had on that play.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Hand off from the shotgun. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Off play action. Fires to the big fella. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Huskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Boyd. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. It's complete to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Looking downfield, it's Heath. Finds a spot in the middle.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here's a hit. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, giving those receivers faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Oh, he's got some space. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Newton. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the back. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. He wants it all. Touchdown, Sparty. Fit it in the window for the score.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Isaac. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Rushes on him. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Fires it incomplete.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Lets it fly. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Huskers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Back to pass, it's Keith. Pocket breaking down. Got his man.
You know, if you're going to complete some of these deep crossing patterns, the offensive line has got to be able to hold up because you know that receiver, it's going to take him time to get where he needs to be. So everybody up front really has to do a nice job of creating a clean pocket for the QB to throw from. Really good execution.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires complete on the crosser. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They've moved it into scoring territory. 1st and 10 from the 11. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it. They will score. Touchdown, Michigan State. They've extended the lead and taken control here in week 9.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score, I get a stop. I score, I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Quickly to the tight end. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Boyd. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll run play action. Got his man on the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. And the Huskers will punt it away on fourth down. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
It's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Makes the catch. At the 45 on his way. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Well, that's going to make it a little tougher. It's 1st and 20. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air, it's Heath. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver...
There he goes. And tackled there by the defense.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but just hold really strong, put up some good numbers.
That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then the offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. Used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Spartans trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now it's 2nd and goal. That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Touchdown, Spartans! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Finds his target down the middle. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Huskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Now the play fake. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are. Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Well, and how about the big boys up front?
He's got it. First down and more. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Speeding down the left side. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Husker.
Nice pitch, nice catch, and listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to, and this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Here's the give off the left side. Gets it past the marker. Hits the afterburners.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
And the Spartans will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Sparty! And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Off play action on first down. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Trying play action. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
It'll be 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Working that left side. Clouds of green grass as he gets it to the 31. The Cornhuskers are on the move. Leaves it with the back. Oh, sweet feet. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. And the Huskers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They think there's room to run to the right here. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to pass. Gets it out quickly. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Fires into the end zone. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Nebraska. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Right down the middle. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The Spartans can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Back to throw, it's Keith. He's got it down the middle. He's going to come up a couple of yards short in the 1st down.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the 4th quarter.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Third down play from the gun. Throws to the tight end. Grabbed over the middle. It's Boyd. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Huskers will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Isaac. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. The Cornhuskers are threatening in the red zone. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Flips it out to the back. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. They'll immediately call timeout. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Plucks it out of the air. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Might as well go big or go home. They need a touchdown, and it looks like they're on their way home anyway. They'll go for it on 4th down. Completes it along the sidelines, but that'll be for no gain. And that decision will be questioned for a while. We'll see what this offense can do sitting inside its own 20. On the run, it's Newton. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line. They're wanting to pile up some extra points. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that will be in the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them, but they had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together in all 3 phases, this is a team we're going to be talking about very, very late in the season.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.